Today we'll be discussing the inspection of emergency switchboards. For this inspection, all you will be required for PPE is your normal outfit and normal equipment that you'll bring on a regular inspection. So, when you are inspecting the emergency switchboard, there are a few things that you need to look for functionality of the system. The switchboard, of course, is used to take emergency loads and take the power from the emergency generator. Offhand, some of the first things you'll look for will be the gauges between amps, kilowatts, and the frequency in hertz of the system. You'll also look, and very important, to make sure that the system is set to automatic mode. That's where if the ship loses electrical power, the emergency generator will automatically start and take the loads that are required. On the emergency switchboard, you'll have a panel that provides space for all the final loads that the emergency generator will provide electricity to. In this case, we have the number one radar, autopilot, fire pump in the bow thruster room, data for the bridge, radio telegraph, and gyro compass. When you're looking at this arrangement, ensure that the breakers are physically present and they're not tripped or missing. If they are, work with the ship's crew to see if they're locked out, tagged out, and that they're following their safety management system. The emergency switchboard will have a switch that allows you to cycle between manual or test mode and automatic. The test switch is what you'll use to test the physical functioning of the system to ensure that the generator turns on and that the loads are handled just like it would in a real life situation. When the ship is underway, the switch should be set to auto. That way, if there is a problem and they do go dark ship and lose power, the emergency generator will automatically start and supply power to the loads that are required. When we're conducting the general inspection of the emergency switchboard, we're looking for the operational condition of the gauges, make sure everything's functional, that all of your lights and indicators work properly. Make sure that the paneling is in place and secure. That will prevent folks from potentially electrocuting themselves because there is a significant amount of electricity in here. You're also looking at the handles for folks to steady themselves, and the non-conductive matting as an additional way to reduce the risk of electrocution. It's critically important that the emergency power system is ready for service at all times when a ship is in service. It's very, very important that if something goes wrong and the main ship's service generators fail, that the emergency generator be activated. One of the first things I look for when I come into the eGen room and look at the emergency switchboard, first thing I look for is to make sure that the system is set to auto. If it's not set in auto, and this could be because the crew has just finished testing because they know the Coast Guard's coming on board, and maybe they forget to put it back in auto. If they forget that critical step, if something happens, the ship may go completely dark without electrical power, and that costs valuable time and may lead to a marine casualty. To summarize our inspection of the emergency switchboard, we identified hazards, cautions, and PPE that you'll need to inspect the board. We verified that all of the final loads are accounted for and that the test switch is present and operable. We looked at the switchboard for its general condition to make sure that it meets all requirements. If you have any questions concerning the emergency switchboard, reach out to your verifying officer.